Begin transmission. Greetings. We are Anonymous, also known as the Collective. Today's date is Saturday, April 25, 2026. There is a growing class of people in this country who seem to wake up each day searching for something to hate. Not something to build. Not something to fix. Not even something to understand. Just something to tear down. They scroll past what they enjoy. They ignore what inspires them. Instead, they hunt. They dig through podcasts, videos, articles, and posts they already know they disagree with just to leave a comment dripping with bitterness. It is not curiosity. It is not debate. It is a habit. A reflex. A kind of emotional addiction. And the question that rarely gets asked is this: why? Why spend your limited time chasing things you claim to despise? There was a time when disagreement meant discussion. It meant sharpening ideas. It meant growth. Today, for many, disagreement has become identity. If they are not pushing against something, they feel empty. If they are not angry, they feel irrelevant. But anger, when it becomes a lifestyle, hollows a person out. It replaces purpose with reaction. It replaces action with commentary. It replaces contribution with criticism. You see it everywhere. People sitting behind screens, convinced they are participating in the world when, in reality, they are only reacting to it. They measure their voice by how loud it is, not how useful it is. Meanwhile, real problems continue untouched. Children go without guidance. Families struggle quietly. Communities need hands, not hashtags. There are kids in this country right now who need someone to show up, to mentor, to protect, to care. And yet, some people will spend hours arguing with strangers online instead of spending even 10 minutes doing something that actually matters. If you have that kind of time, if you can devote hours to negativity, then you have time to be productive. You have time to make a difference. You have time to change a life. You could read to a child who has no one reading to them. You could volunteer. You could help someone learn a skill. You could simply listen to someone who feels invisible. But that requires effort. It requires stepping out from behind the screen. It requires choosing purpose over comfort. Negativity is easy. It demands nothing but reaction. Productivity requires intention. This is not about silencing disagreement. It is about redirecting energy. There is nothing wrong with having convictions. There is everything wrong with wasting them. If your voice exists only to tear down, then it serves no one, not even you. At some point, every person has to decide what they are going to contribute to this world. More noise or something meaningful. Because at the end of the day, the comments fade. The arguments disappear. The outrage moves on to the next target. But the lives you could have impacted remain exactly as they were. So ask yourself, if you have hours to spend being negative, what could you have done instead? And more importantly, who could you have helped if you chose differently? If this nation is to succeed, if the Republic for the United States is to prosper, we must reclaim what past generations understood so well. We must relearn the discipline of agreeing to disagree while still standing shoulder to shoulder for a greater purpose. We must rediscover how to find common ground, not just in personal disputes, but in the decisions that shape our future. Progress does not come from endless division. It comes from people willing to listen, to respect, and to meet in the middle for the good of the country we all share. We are the voice of the silent. We are the eyes of the blind. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. End transmission.